So this isn't a short story or a poem, but it's a bit from the second novel that I'm writing at the moment. It's a novel called Alone Together, and it's called Merry Christmas, Gerard Kane. It is Christmas Day in Wales. The year is 2014. The time on Gerard's iPhone said 14:02. The real time was 12:02. Gerard's iPhone had set itself to Central European time. Gerard's phone rang. The real time was 12:02. Gerard's iPhone had set itself to Central European time. The most central Gerard had been into Europe in the past 12 months was Disneyland Paris. Let's do selfies. Selfies are the way forward. I took selfies of me and Nana Judy in the kitchen just then, and she was trying to get the phone right after to see what the picture was like. Like she wanted to vet it before she got tagged. Like she was one of the girls on a night out, said Stephanie. Stephanie was Gerard's twin sister. Gerard's umbilical cord had wrapped itself around Stephanie's small throat during childbirth. The midwife who skillfully untangled the box fresh body parts was 27 minutes into his first shift since a 2-month leave of absence for a stress-related condition. His act was delivered with the dexterity and calm of a croupier in a busy Macau casino, and earned him a 1-column story in the hospital staff newsletter and a box of mint-flavoured matchmakers from Gerard and Stephanie's father. When I take a picture, I always smile myself, thought Gerard. Gerard was sat in the living room of his mum's house on the 3-seater leather sofa, trying to read his Christmas book, but Nana Judy kept saying stuff like, "Some people don't even have electricity to cook dinner," and "It's come around quick this year, hasn't it?" Gerard's Christmas book was a Charlie Brown Christmas. He liked his content to match the season. He was unsure if he was reading it ironically. "Do you want toast or crackers with a smoked salmon?" said Maureen. Maureen was Gerard and Stephanie's mum. Nana Judy was her mum. Gerard had given up reading the Charlie Brown Christmas and put it on a coffee table next to the 12-inch plastic Santa. He was now talking to Del on WhatsApp. She didn't wake up till 11:09 when her mum knocked on the door and said, "Come on, Del, the kids will be here soon. Christmas is for them, not for you." Del was Gerard's new girlfriend, although they were not yet Facebook official. Gerard thought that nothing was real until it had been verified online, although he used the thought selectively. Today was only the 3rd time Gerard had visited his mum's house since he'd returned to Cardiff from London. The first time was for an official welcome back meal, or the Welsh word croeso, that Stephanie had misspelled on a tissue paper banner. The second time had been to borrow some clean bedding from his mum. There had been a complaint about the freshness of the linen from an Austrian couple who had booked the attic room as a base for the Brecon Beacons, but had been imprisoned in the house by some unseasonably seasonal wet weather and an inability to tie their shoelaces without entering into an existential argument. Nana Judy was sat in the living room on the 2-seater leather sofa, wearing a white ruffled shirt, a gold chain and velvet trousers. "I forgot I had them, the velvet trousers," she said. "Hold this, Nan," said Gerard, handing her a gatefold Arcade Fire record. The title of the record was Reflector. "What is it?" said Nana Judy. "It's the present you got me, Nan," said Gerard. "Oh, yeah," said Nana Judy. "But what is it?" "It's a record, Nan," said Gerard. "You know, like in the old days." Nana Judy looked like she did not know. "It's vinyl, Nan. A vinyl record." "Oh," said Nana Judy, more lucid now. "I gave you my old record player, didn't I? See? I remember." Nana Judy's old record player was under Gerard's bed, in what was now the guest room, next to an old record player from Nana Gwen. Nana Gwen was dead. "I have to put my snap up," said Jeff. Gerard now knew this meant that Jeff had to pack his lunchbox. Despite the date, Jeff was working continental shifts. Jeff and Maureen were married. Jeff was Gerard and Stephanie's stepdad, but when they talked about him, they said he was their mum's husband. Jeff was admiring a present from his daughter Jenny. Jeff was from Yorkshire. Gerard was lying on the three-seater leather sofa, writing Twitter statuses in his head for future significant life events. Favourable reviews for his short film Xanadu, new cat with girlfriend, new cat without girlfriend. Nana Judy broke his concentration. Do you remember a drink called Pony? Oh yeah, Pony, Maureen shouted from the kitchen. I don't remember it, Nan, said Stephanie. You're like 90. Speaking of drinks, have another sol, Gerard, Jeff said. Gerard forgot he had sol on the coffee table next to the 12-inch plastic Santa and a Charlie Brown Christmas. Gerard got up off the three-seater leather sofa and followed Jeff into the kitchen. Jeff opened the garage door. A red Mazda MX sat there, glistening with condensation. Watch your head on this shelf, Jeff said, touching the shelf as if to prove its existence. This shelf here has everything you need. Sol, Carlin, everything you need. That shelf there, that's my shelf. Don't touch that shelf. I won't, said Gerard. Lying, said Jeff. Sure, it is Christmas after all. How long till dinner, Mum? Said Stephanie. Stephanie turned Top of the Pops on. Maureen came into the living room. Does she want to bury that, Gerard? Said Nana Judy. Lola was trying to hide a bone in between the cushions of the three-seater leather sofa. Lola was the pet dog. She was a Lhasa Apso. Gerard looked at her with indifference. I said I'm living in a lost generation, said Top of the Pops. Boyzone entered the stage. Is it one of these who was? Said Nana Judy. Gay, Gerard interrupted. In the X Factor judging, said Nana Judy. No, Nan, said Stephanie. Nearly there, love. Just the Yorkshire puddings to go in and we're away, said Maureen. Were you surprised we won the dancing, said Nana Judy. I don't watch the dancing, said Stephanie. No, I don't either. Not usually, said Nana Judy. The girl loves sex, said Top of the Pops. Oh, is this Top of the Pops, said Maureen. I tell a story every Christmas when Top of the Pops is on. You'll all have heard this story, I'm sure. Gerard knew which story she was going to tell. The Beatles were playing on Top of the Pops, and I got a mint stuck right in the back of my throat. I choked and nearly died, remember? Maureen said. Only Nana Judy both knew Maureen and was alive at this time. A merry mint, said Nana Judy. No, a mint thing. I nearly died, remember? How old were you, said Nana Judy. Well, the Beatles were on, so figure it out, said Maureen. I'll always remember what they were singing. How old were you, said Nana Judy. I want to hold your hand, said Maureen. Hello, yo ho ho, said Jeff, answering the phone. It was Jenny. The way you grabbed me, I just want to get nasty, said Top of the Pops. I didn't know they still showed Top of the Pops, said Nana Judy. Right, I'll go and check on the Yorkshires, said Maureen. Gerard took a photo of his new yellow and blue striped socks and posted it on Instagram. Hashtag thanks Santa. Hashtag bad boy this year, he typed. The 4.7-inch screen made Gerard's eyes ache, but his peripheral vision was above average. This meant he could see people before they saw him. When you've pissed on so many people's chips, this is useful, thought Gerard. On Saturday, Gerard went to a Peter Blake exhibition. Peter Blake had made hundreds of illustrations to the words of Dylan Thomas's Under Milk Wood. Gerard saw on Harrod with another man in the adjoining room of the exhibition. The other man wore a silver suit that sparkled under the lights like a panini shiny. Gerard assumed he was Anne Harrod's new boyfriend, as she had said she didn't enjoy the company of men she wasn't sexually involved with. Gerard thought about their relationship. Gerard thought about how he was always the first to come and the last to fall asleep. He thought how the word cloud of their relationship would be borderline positive and include words like okay, farmer's market, and passive aggressive in 32 points sans serif. Gerard's phone pinged. It was a mention from @AlidSaveLatin. That shirt is pure Prince. I love it. That record is a blinder. Go on, Nan. Gerard had tweeted a picture of Nana Judy holding the Arcade Fire record. @AlidSaveLatin was the lead singer of Kids in Glass Houses and had 27,926 followers. Nana, 30,000 people who like emo have seen someone they idolise talk about your shirt, said Gerard. Twitter doesn't work like that. They'd have to be following you too for it to pop up in their timeline, said Stephanie. Nana Judy isn't worried about the logistics of a social network, Stephanie. Nana Judy is an internet phenomenon. I've not seen this. It's good. David said we should go with him when we did fancy dress in Benidorm. But I said, what's Toy Story? Said Jeff. Woody is the cowboy, said Stephanie. Is he a baddie? Buzz Lightyear, said Jeff. It's ambiguous. At this juncture of Toy Story 3, it's ambiguous, said Gerard. Nana Judy began to snore aggressively. Another drink, anyone? Said Maureen. In the 2 months since he'd worked at Ale Punk, Gerard's taste buds jolted him back to bootcut jeans and fake ID every time he drank lager. He worked 3 shifts a week at the bar to supplement the loss of income he predicted and experienced from the seasonality of his Airbnb entrepreneurism. Gerard had moved away from London for a number of reasons, most of which he'd forget or make up depending on the audience or the situation. His current favourite was that he was concerned that a city where people were unable to smile at strangers on public transport was not the kind of place where a meaningful resistance would be put up to the imminent, in relative terms, extraterrestrial invasion. Maureen had caught Gerard one Sunday morning when, after 2 or 3 hours of fitful sleep, coming down and clothed in the bed of a girl who he liked, but he wasn't sure if the feeling was reciprocated, she had called. The offer hadn't been presented as an ultimatum, but it felt as such. Grumpy Joe's estate had finally been settled, and the amount due to his mum and Jeff was neither wholly unexpected nor insignificant. They wanted him to come back home the following weekend for a family meeting to discuss the options. This was the first time Gerard had heard the phrase family meeting from someone who wasn't a character on a television show. Gerard had travelled back to Wales on the Friday night by Megabus Gold, feeling like a council estate princess. He live tweeted the journey back, resulting in 3 favourites and 4 unfollows. The family meeting had taken place the next morning at Harvester Salad and Grill. Maureen had hurried Gerard along as he drank his tea and searched for Wi-Fi signal in the conservatory, so they would make the $4.99 unlimited breakfast deal. Over his second helping of black pudding, Jeff had cleared his throat and said, "It's dead money as renting, son, especially at London prices. There was a mansion house just up through the lanes for rent the other week. Looked like something out of Downton Abbey, it did. The Mail said it cost the same per month as a 2-bed in Kensington." Gerard informed him that he didn't live in Kensington. Jeff had picked up his coffee, slurped, and said again, "Dead money, son." Maureen had stepped in and said what Jeff had meant was that it was about time now that Gerard had got a place to call his own, got his foot on the property ladder. He wasn't a student anymore, that the money from Grumpy Joe could help with that, could help cover a deposit. He had no chance of this if he stayed in London. What was he doing there now anyway? And couldn't he do that from here, closer to his family, in a place he could call his own? She looked at him with the same green eyes he remembered from the primary school gates. And it was like that, in a chain eatery, at 11:11 one Saturday morning 6 months ago over the smell of burning flesh, that Gerard acquiesced.